welcome back to the Audacity of Us podcast.
Hi guys, I'm sorry. I was taking a little sip for this one.
A little sip, yeah, we don't need it. So, today's episode is we are talking about the audacity of the saying, it's not cheating unless you're married. Get into it.
Right? This is going to be a wild one, a wild conversation.
Oh, Lord. It's going to be stressful.
Well, stressful for some people. It might touch some souls. If you to say some souls, it probably touch people like don't let. I'm gonna just tell you, I don't listen to what we say. Shit,
Why
like.
not?
Well,
They supposed
no,
to
we
listen
don't
to
want
what we
to
say.
listen, but we don't want to mess up nobody's home.
No, the cheating itself is messing up the home. Not
Because the thing is, yeah, it's the cheating, but we also, if you're seeing someone and they say, okay, we're not married, then I'm free to be willy nilly and do what I want to do, you know? So that's not, but we don't want to cause ruckus in somebody's home. They probably cool with their little arrangement that they got going on.
no,
The woman's
ma'am.
gonna be like, where's my ring? Why
No,
am I
ma'am.
married?
No, ma'am. It's not us that's causing the ruckus. It's the man that's saying that whole saying that if we're not married, we're cheating or it's not cheating. So hold on. Before we get into that, I want to define what cheating is in the Black community, right? I got a
Mhm.
couple of definitions or a couple of sayings that kind of, resonate with our community. So I'm going to read them off, okay? So it says, cheating ain't just sex. In the Black community, cheating hits deeper because it ain't always about what you did with somebody, it's what you're willing to risk to do it. That's good, right? We'll circle back. Another one. It's anything you got to lie about, hide, or downplay. If you wouldn't do it in front of your person, then it's a little sneaky. Okay.
I agree.
Then it goes on to say cheating is emotional too. So that good morning text that you send to your homegirl when you know your woman ain't even up yet, or that I'm here if you need me text message or that conversation that you're having with a woman who low key wants you, you full of shit. So keep going. Cheating is disrespect with a dash of audacity. It's
Cheating
making
is very
someone feel
disrespectful.
chosen while leaving your actual person confused, insecure, and questioning their worth. Lastly, cheating can be public or private. So in the Black community, how you present your relationship
Right.
matters. If you act single but call your partner your piece in private, yeah, whatever. So let's be real. In our culture, there's often this toxic narrative like if we ain't married, it ain't cheating. But most Black women will tell you commitment ain't always defined by a ring, it's defined by consistency, loyalty, and respect.
I agree.
You
I
agree?
totally agree with that. I agree with
I
that. Yeah,
agree.
because you got to start from somewhere. I mean, duh. I'm not gonna. We start dating. I'm not gonna. We can't get married tomorrow. I mean, So I think that's a bunch of BS. And I think to me, if a man have that mentality that we're not married and I can do whatever I want to do, he's not ready to be in a relationship. Any man that entertains the the opposite sex and they're supposed to be in a committed relationship and they're doing other things, they're not ready to be in a relationship. And I think if they just upfront and like, hey, this ain't for me, it's called what is it? What is it? Transparency?
Transparency.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the wine. I'd rather have somebody being transparent than honest. And I looked up those definitions too.
Let's hear that.
So, because they're two different things. Honesty, they said that honesty is more of like if I ask you about it and you're being honest versus transparency, you're telling me before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say he's like, okay, let's just say this is a scenario he cheated. So before it gets to that, before you have to ask, he's gonna be like, this is me. I'd rather for my man, if he cheat, he come and say, babe, I fucked up. I fucked up.
Okay.
Okay, I respect that. But if I see something and have to ask you and then you say something, you're just being honest. So really you wasn't gonna say anything until I said something to you. So I'd rather for somebody to be transparent with me than honest. Honest is good, but transparency, you let me know this before I even ask you.
You allow the space for nobody else to be able to come to woman, and tell you what your man is doing. You should know everything that your man is doing. So if he's being transparent, then you don't have to listen to what somebody else got to say about your situation because he didn't already came forthcoming with
Yep.
that information versus you having to ask him and him having to make the choice, should I do the right thing or should I, because she don't know everything, so should I lie? You know what I'm saying? Like no respect
Right.
goes there.
And trust me, if we are asking you, we already know. We just
I
want
already
you to
know.
tell the truth. We already know because we're
Okay.
asking you. So yeah, because transparency is me you sharing the information before I even ask.
Mm,
So honesty is good, but I'd rather for somebody to be transparent with me. Let me know from the start. If you meet me and you don't like me, just say, hey, this is not gonna work at all. I'm not vibing with you. And
mm.
that's it. Don't lean somebody on thinking that it's something when it's not. I'd rather for you to tell me up front. Shit, I'm a big girl. I can take it. You know.
For some reason, they don't think that we can handle that. Like I always say, honesty can take you so much further with me than like, you having to hide some shit or telling me some stuff that you think that I want to hear. No, I want to hear what's real because then you give me the opportunity to have that option to say this is what I want to deal with or not. But when you leave
Hmm.
me, and that's another thing that I always say. Like because if a woman is very interested in a man or she loves a man, she will lie to herself. Like you don't even have to lie to her. She'll lie to herself. But it
That's
becomes a
true.
problem when you lie too. And it's like, no, I'm lying. But then you want to lie on top of my own lie, then now this don't make sense. So now I'm pissed off. That's why men be saying they don't understand women, period, because we're complicated. No, just let us lie to ourselves. You tell us the truth, and then we'll tell ourselves what we feel like we need to hear. Unfortunately, I hope we do
I,
better with that.
I agree. I agree. And I think that a lot of men are not, they want they want that, but then they want to do other things. And especially if they have a lot of single friends. I don't believe in, women. I think us as women, we can control ourselves. We got a whole bunch of single friends and then, you're married. I think we know our boundaries with that. Our friends do because even with myself, if I know like most of my cousins, unfortunately, they're all married.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm like, it's only a couple of us that's single. So I know I wouldn't be like, oh, go to look at this man with me, or I wouldn't tell them that because that ain't no, I don't play that. Like you're married, that's sacred. That's your shit. I don't expect, but with a man when he have friends that's single and he's in a committed relationship or married, I do think men have an impact on another man when they out because they like, they see all the girls with the figures and it's not that they want them, but I think it'll be easier for them to cheat because it's always going to be a woman that's going to cheat with your man. Always, always,
Hmm.
always. And I've
Yes.
learned that it's always some woman out there that will cheat with your man. If they see your man have a few dollars in his pocket and he's willing to spend those few dollars, oh, they don't care about
Sometimes
marriage.
it's
They don't care about nothing.
sometimes it's not even the money that he may have. Sometimes it's the fact that he's treating his woman good publicly and she wants that and she just sit back and think like, well shoot, if he can treat her like that or whatever, then he can do that for me too. But a lot of these, I just feel like we jumping ahead. I don't even want to get into side chick behavior, right? We're gonna stick to the
That's
topic.
another topic. A
Yeah,
side
we're
chick
gonna
can
stick
be
to the
another topic.
topic. So
But
we're reeling it back in. So have you
hmm
ever had a man hit you with the line, I'm not married. We're not married, so it's not cheating.
I've had that. I've had somebody actually want everything else but no title. And we get along, we will get along perfectly fine. But when it comes to that, I'm like, it is not even about the title with boyfriend and girlfriend because we're grown.
Yeah,
I want commitment. Like, what is it? Exclusive. Like we're dating each other. But
yeah.
for you to say that you don't do titles, no, no. Like I don't like that because to me, if you if you like me, I want to know and feel that you like me.
Yeah.
Just because you're saying it don't mean it, but when you say you don't do titles, that's the problem.
Hmm.
Like how long do you? Because dating, commitment, exclusive, all that's different. It's not even the
Hmm.
same. So you date, okay, but my thing is, if I'm interested in someone and he has other people he's talking to, I make the decision for him. I'll step back and you go pick who you, because I don't want to be nobody's second option. So I'll step
So
back. I'll step back.
I have a quick little story time. So I used to be that person because how I date, I'm a one at a time person. I like to focus on
We're the same.
yeah, one person at a time because like I don't have the capacity to just be dating everybody.
Hmm.
But I was dating a guy who came to me and he was very upfront and he let me know like he's the type of person who dates multiple people and he doesn't necessarily choose a partner unless it makes sense for him. So
Hmm.
because he told me that upfront, I was like, okay, this is something different because normally I do shy away from that because I'm just like, I ain't about to be competing for no nigga. Like, what I look like? But I
Hmm.
changed my mindset and I was like, okay, this is not competing for a man. This is him being honest with me up front. So let him do
He
his
was being
process.
transparent up front,
Yes,
right?
he
He
was
was being
being
transparent.
transparent, forthcoming, because I never asked that, but he
Hmm.
came forth and told me that. So I was like, okay, let me respect that because most men just kind of lie and do some shit behind your back, but
Right.
at least he's coming to me and he's being forthcoming. So I was like, okay, cool. So go ahead with your process and date whoever you want to date or whatever. But it got to be like month 3. And I'm like going over to your house and I'm spending the whole weekend and like we spending all this time together. So it got to a point where I was like, okay, this is month 3. And I came to him and I was just like, I respect your process and I want you to continue to date whoever you want to date. But I'm like, at month 3, if you don't know whether or not you want to talk to me, then let me go ahead and date other people. And when you are ready to settle down or whatever you're looking for, if you find that in me, then you can hit me up. And if I'm available, then maybe we could talk. It was at that moment I want to say a couple of weeks after I had that conversation with him, he was like, "Oh fuck no, now we exclusive, right?" Because he wasn't having that. He didn't want me to go out here dating other people. So that
Hmm.
brings it back to the point of like when a man says it's not necessarily cheating unless you're married, but you're willing to be in a committed relationship, you're willing to continue to date other women as long as I'm okay with it. But the moment I say I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna date somebody else, it's like, oh no, you are for me. And now we gonna stop all of that. I think I can date other people thing, and now we're
Hmm.
exclusive. But down the line, he was still one of those same men that was just like, we're not married, so technically we're single. I
Right.
personally feel if any man tells you that, ladies, I think that's his way of apologizing up front for the fuckboy shit that he's
Apologize.
about to put you through.
Right.
That is all that is. If he's letting you know up front, it's not cheating unless y'all are married, but you can't go talk to somebody else, but he can, then that's his way of letting you know I'm about to put you through a bunch of bullshit and I'm apologizing to you up front. That's all that
And
is.
don't take it. And don't take that.
So it is.
Don't take it. Don't take it because you deserve better. You deserve so much more than just I don't want to be in a committed relationship. You want everything, you want me to cook for you. And I'm one person, I don't I don't like that whole I never understood it with, don't do wife things, being a girlfriend or committed. I'm a person, I'm a nurturer, so I automatically gonna cook. If I come to your house, and you got like a few dishes in the sink, I'm gonna do those. You got
Mm-hmm.
clothes in your laundry, I'm gonna hang your clothes up, wash your clothes, I'm gonna straighten up a little bit. I
Mm-hmm.
cook. So it's hard for me to agree with that statement. But at the same time, if you're not showing me and we're just dating, now I'm not doing it for everybody. We got to be in a committed relationship. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
it's
it
got to
and you
be
don't want to do
something.
titles and you don't want to commit. I'm not doing that. But it's kind of
Hmm.
like, where do you do the cutoff where you're gonna say, okay, we're gonna be exclusive? And exclusive, did you look exclusive up?
I
Did
did
you look
not,
at Okay, so
but it's
I
common
am
sense.
right. Like once you tell me we exclusive, then I'm going all in because you're telling me that we're just gonna see each other
That
and
just
that's
means it's
it. We're
us.
not dating no more. We're not dating anymore. You, like I said on the last episode, when you it's up to the man to stop that woman from saying something to them. You need to stop that. If she in your inbox, no.
Yeah.
No. You don't even have to say nothing to her because she knows. She knows. Do we I was trying to pull up some questions that people had asked us on Facebook.
They ask questions or
I mean, they had said comments. I didn't go
no,
and
no, no.
look.
So hold on. We are gonna get to that, but that's towards the end.
Okay.
That's towards the
Okay.
end.
Okay.
Um. So before you jump into that, I want to ask
Uh,
you. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, here's a good one. Do you think social media has normalized this mindset of like if we're not married, then we're single?
mhm. I think people has made it okay. And I think that's why a lot of men are like, I don't want to date. Like I'd rather just do what I do. But then it seemed like the older your ass get, you would want somebody there for you. Because you men don't look good after a certain age. So, you know, I'm just saying, y'all sexual drive go down. Like a lot of shit start moving with y'all. And the older y'all
And
get,
them balls
y'all
start sagging.
right. Y'all need to be happy, And I be dating older men now, and I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you ain't no fucking Morris Chestnut walking around here, and you better
Listen,
be happy you got me. Come on now,
period.
like, so a lot of these men, they just be, and let me tell you, and this is on top. So love on the spectrum. These people are on the spectrum,
I didn't
and
have
they
sex
and
yet.
okay. So these people are on the spectrum. When
Yeah.
I tell you that I want my man to be like Connor, girl, Connor, he don't play shit. He like, where you been all my life?
Oh.
Yeah, Connor is like, he kissed his lady. He was like, oh my god, like, he was going to the bathroom on his way to the bathroom. He like, where I mean, he just took his breath away. These men are on
Oh.
the spectrum, and some of these men could take pointers from Connor and James, and they shit. I mean,
I
and that
heard.
they transparent.
Yeah.
Like he went on a date. James went on a date. He was like, honestly, you just not my type. Like, I don't want to date you. Like, we can be friends, but it's a no for me. Instead of ghosting her, he was up front. And I'm like, damn, these people got autism, and you got motherfuckers walking around here normal and shit, and they can't even be like this. Like, what
No,
the
because
fuck?
they're on a whole different frequency. So that's the only thing that I've seen on social media in regards to the Love on the Spectrum um uh love show, dating show, is that like they're straightforward, they're upfront, they're honest, they're like cut to the chase type
Yeah.
of situations. Like, and I think that even though they're on the spectrum, like you absolutely, we can learn so much from them because
Yeah.
they see what it is that's not going to work for them and they cut that off immediately. I don't know why
Hmm.
we accept a lot of shit and we think it's going to change when
Hmm.
people are showing you who they are.
They show
Like,
you and that's what I am still learning. I'm
yeah,
still learning that. It's kind of like you want to accept it, but then you don't because it's clearly like, okay, he's showing you who he is. He's showing you how he feel about you, and I think that's why I took a step back from dating because, I don't, I have zero patience. zero patience for it. I'm upfront like what I want, what I'm looking for. I've never been married. I'm 41. I'll be 42 in a couple in a month. And I am like, what are your intentions with me? Like, what are you looking for? I don't want to date you, and you telling me 3 months from now, oh, this just ain't working. You know, within a fucking conversation, within some weeks, if I'm what you want, I don't have time to waste.
No, because men are such visual creatures and they are such like, I don't know, I feel like they look at what they want and then they allow that to last longer than it should because they like what they see. And then if they like
Hmm.
touching on you and you allow them access to you and they like that, then that kind of prolongs it a little bit longer. And then women
Hmm.
are out here looking at the potential of, oh, he ain't shit, but I think that he could potentially be shit one day.
And I'm not
So
looking for that.
no, yeah, no, at this big age, because I'll be 40 in November. And I
What?
feel like,
Damn.
girl, I'm still a puppy
Damn.
from 87, but I will be 40 in November. And at this big age, like I feel Medea when she said, like, when you're in your 30s, yeah, you don't play around like that. But when you get in your 40s, yeah, you can look at a person walk into a room and be like, yeah, no, you ain't for me because the way you walk. I feel that.
Exactly. You do. That's what you do when you're not married and you're over 40. Certain things is kind of like he can have all the money in the world, but if it's something that's not clicking, you like, can I see myself with him for the no,
No,
no, I
ma'am.
can't. Do I want to wake up to that every morning? And the same for me. People can say
No.
the same about me. Like, shit, can you see yourself with me every day till death do us part? Because I'll be damned if I waited this long and I get married and we ain't talking about no damn divorce. So no,
Exactly.
I'm asking, do you want to be married? I'm asking, do you want to be married? Is this what you want? I need clarity from when we start that phone conversation and it's going into an hour, 2 hours. Hold on, because we didn't talk a little minute. So I need some clarity on what we about to start or what we doing here. So
That's
I'm
real
upfront.
though.
And if you think I move too fast, then I'm not for you because I don't put a time frame on things.
Do you know how many people wait until they fall in love with a person to ask the real questions? Like, why am I in love with you 6, 7 months in, and I'm just now realizing that you don't want to be a husband, you don't want to get married? Like,
Hmm.
you have to ask those questions up front and be real up front. Otherwise, like, what are y'all doing? Like, I'm at an age where I'm not wasting no more time. I'm not,
Oh,
and I
you
refuse.
can you
If
not
there's
see
something
me no
about me
more?
that you don't like, all right, cool. I accept that. We're gonna move on. There's something about you that don't align with what I'm trying to do in the future. I accept that about you and I'm moving on. I'm not going to accept or try to fit a mold that just doesn't fit my life. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm
Right.
not compromising. Nobody should.
I agree. You shouldn't, and you don't have to. Like, I'm not gonna take away what I feel, my feelings, because you're not ready for something. If you're not ready or on the same pace that I am about it, then we're just not meant to be. And you need to find someone else that doesn't want to settle down or doesn't want to be with, or that want what you want. And that's what I tell people. Like, if it's something that you don't like about me and it's something that I know that I probably can't like about you, I say it's fine. We're just not meant for each other. Because at this big ass age, I'm not trying to change you. I don't want you changing me because I'm already set in
Seriously.
my ways. It's somebody out there that accept me for how I am. It's somebody out there that's going to accept you for you. And when people say that I like you, I'm like, you don't like me. You like how I look because you know nothing about me. You can like me, but you probably not like me in next week. So no, you don't like me. You just like how I look. You don't know anything about me to say that you like me. You just see my look and you like that. So say
There
that.
there is somebody out there praying for you exactly the way that you are. There's not
And that's
somebody
what I
who's looking
want.
to come into your life and change you and make you fit whatever it is that they are looking for in a person. No, you're not my person if you need to change me. Period.
Right. And I'm like, now I can see in your 20s, that's fine. But when it comes to my 40s, like I can't change myself and I'm not gonna change for nobody. I'm not
But
doing that.
it's
So
But it's not even fun. In your 20s, you're learning lessons because you are
Right.
evolving and growing.
And
In
you
your
can
40s,
change that.
yeah, no, yeah, you can be better, but you still don't have to like be what somebody needs you to be. You can still be you, but in your 20s, that's when you're supposed to be correcting your wrongs. In your 30s, that's
Hmm.
when you're supposed to be, setting your foundations. In your 40s, like we not on bullshit still. Like we are looking for solid families. We're looking for commitment. We're looking for communication. We're looking for, a partner. We're not looking for what we were looking for back in our 20s. Like that's not what we're doing. I want people to understand that, like, and then we can get into the comments, but I want people to understand that cheating is a choice. I don't
Absolutely.
care how many people say it's a mistake, it's not a
Mm-mm.
mistake. It
Yeah,
is
a
a
mistake
choice.
is you cheating off of somebody's test. That's a mistake. You didn't
A
cheated off of
mistake
somebody's
is you
thing, or
forgetting
you
to let the
accidentally poured.
toilet seat down.
Yeah, or you accidentally poured need the recipe needed salt and you use sugar. That's a mistake.
How can you look me in my eyes and tell me you love me and then fall into deep into another girl's pussy? Like that is not a mistake.
It took you a lot for you to say it, so I know you'll say poom poom or
No, I'm
punani
just saying.
or
Because men will be
vagina.
like, forgive me, I didn't mean to do that. How the fuck you not mean to fuck another person? Like, do you understand that
Hmm.
there's things that come before the bedroom? Like there's conversations, there's plans, there's
Right, like
commitment.
you just didn't walk in there and say, "Oh, I nutted in her,"
You
whatever you
know
do.
what I'm
Like you just didn't do that. Like that's a mistake. No, cheating is a choice because you talking to this person. I hope at least you have a few conversations with the person before you decide to go and cheat. Like I hope you talk, like her last or if it's a one time wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I mean, I don't know. Like I hope you having a conversation with them before you do it. I mean, like
Monique,
I don't
friend, sister, do you know that I know men who would be like, I can sleep with a woman and not care about her, but I love you?
know. And I'm like, you don't love me. You don't love me because if you did, you wouldn't even be thinking about another woman right
What do
now.
you mean? Because a woman, like, I have to have some kind of connection with you in order to lay my body down. So you
Right,
mean to tell me that even though you have a connection with me and your heart it belongs to me, you can still lay another person's body
right.
down and touch on
Eh,
them and still love me? What do you mean? It's about
Because you're
respect.
not, and I don't want you thinking about me either when you're doing it. Like, please just get me out your thoughts. Like, don't come and tell me. Like I said, if I'm with somebody and he cheat, just be like, babe, I fucked up. Okay, like I don't even want to know who she is. I don't care. Don't tell me. I I don't even want to know nothing else. You already told me you fucked up, you cheated. Okay. But that don't mean if you listening, if I'm dating you and we in a relationship, that it's okay for you to go and cheat because it's not. But
It's
I'm
not a
just
fuck
saying.
up. It's not a fuck up because if people can use their words, like they can use their dicks, right? If you can use
Hmm.
your words and tell me what it is that you need from me, or tell me that you're not happy with me in this moment, or tell me what it is that I'm not doing that can make something better, then do that. You don't have to go and lay down because obviously when you're having conversations with this other woman, you're telling her what you need, right? There's no other
Right. And
like
then you're making me look like I'm just a bitch and I'm not doing my job. If you come home, you have a cooked meal, your house is clean, and we're good and we're having sex like we should, and a man, and I think just a man and just, and it's not all men, but you can have all that and still, that's why I said it's always a woman willing to sleep with somebody's husband or somebody's man. It's always one.
but
But
it's always
I
a
just,
man who allows access to him because men are so fucking
right.
easy.
And I'm a person like, if I'm dating you, the opposite sex, he can't contact me. He can't talk to
Period.
me. We don't have nothing to discuss because
Period.
my focus is you. Like I wouldn't even know what another man is doing if he into me or like me because my focus is with you. Once you tell me, okay, once we start dating, I'm gonna start dating you because, like you said, I can't date more than one person because At this age, because I know what I want, if I'm dating Joe, Bill, Tom, let's say Bill, he's just this perfect man. He does what I want. Bill give me flowers every time. It'll be something from each of them that I want out of this one person. So that's why I don't see. And then the soul ties, like you're mixing everything up with all these people.
Monique, do ooh, I'm so angry. Hold on. Because I don't think that men look at it that way. Like sex is not just an act; it's so spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they don't understand that, like, every time you lay down with somebody, you are taking a part of them and you are giving something of yourself to them. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
an act. Like y'all are becoming one in that moment. And that's why back in the biblical times, it's like they're like, you're married when you start having sex. People who are not married, that's why there's no talk of dating in the Bible, because you are married once you give yourself to each other. You become one. Like your DNA mixes all kind of shit. How do you think your
Mm-hmm.
kids come out looking like two of you, both of y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Cause
way more than just you getting your rocks off. And I
mm-hmm.
hate that for men. Like you
Yeah, because
don't
they don't
understand that.
understand. They don't understand it because it was something that I saw, and he said that when a man, when he lays down with multiple women and he has a woman, a wife at home, he's bringing all those spirits to his wife. So he's never going to be happy with her because you're bringing all those people to your woman that you're supposed to be committed to, and
Monique,
you can't do that. But they
do
don't
you
know
know
that.
that there has been times and I'm gonna keep it real. Like I'm not gonna tell all my business, but this is our podcast, right? And this is what we're doing. We keeping it real.
We're being
So
transparent
yes, we're
without y'all
transparent.
asking us.
There has been times where I have sat here, woke up, and had a great day. I was in a great mood, and then out of nowhere, my mood switched. I could be
Mm-hmm.
crying in a matter of seconds and don't even fucking know why. And then when I talk to the person that I'm dealing with sexually,
Mm-hmm.
I would realize that like he's going through something, and maybe that's the reason why I felt the way that I felt and just
Mm-hmm.
started crying out of nowhere.
Because you're
Now
getting
imagine
somebody
if
else's energy.
yes, but
Mm-hmm.
imagine if I'm feeling your energy because you're who I'm directly connected to sexually, and I'm in tears because of your stuff, and then all of the people that you have dealt with sexually, do you know I'm over here depressed and thinking that I'm fucking crazy? And nothing's
Mm-hmm.
wrong with me. It's just that you're being untruthful and you're dealing with other people, and now I'm feeling all of y'all shit.
Right. And that's why I chose to, in this journey, that's why I chose, since I'm not dating, to not be sexual with anyone because I want to clear mine. And like you said, I'm not trying to tell my business, but this is our podcast. I haven't been intimate with no one, because I need to be clear of other people. If I was dealing with someone, whether or not if he was dealing with someone, you don't know. So I chose to be on this spiritual journey where I need to be clear. My body needs to be clear. I'm not. Yes, I miss sex. I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm okay. Like I'm okay with not being sexual right now because I want to be clear. So if I do meet someone, I want to be clear for that person. Like I don't have nothing in nothing. No souls, no nothing. It's just me being open. And I've been okay with that. It's been a journey, but I've been okay with that.
I personally am not even excited over anybody that I don't have a connection with. I could be
Hmm.
talking to you. I could think that you are great, you're dope, but if I don't have a connection with you, I'm not about to allow my body or allow you to have access to my body. Like it doesn't even
Right.
work that way. Um,
Right.
so
And I
I
agree.
would never understand how a person can or man can say like, "Hey, my heart is with you, but my body can still be active for somebody else." Like that's not how I work.
Hmm.
So yeah, like it's easy for us to be like sex is nothing because we understand what sex actually is. For a man, it's a very selfish situation. you're just trying to get, your rocks off or whatever. But
Hmm.
it's not an emotional connection with you. And that's why when we talk about cheating, men can physically cheat and it means absolutely nothing. But a woman, you have to have an emotional connection with somebody in order for that to even happen.
Hmm.
Ugh, I'm sorry, I'm angry.
No, I get it. No, I understand it. It's, it's just what it is when it comes to, things and, people that is real important that people do learn about the soul ties or, you're giving all that. So just be mindful, man. And, like if you're gonna cheat, just leave her. Just say you don't want to be with her because
Yes.
all that stuff you're bringing, that's probably why her mood is changing. If you're a cheater, now all men are not cheaters, but if you are, it's not okay. Be if you are in a committed relationship, and even though you're not married, you're still in a relationship. You're committed to that person. You chose to be committed to that person. So don't cheat,
Men are
asshole.
so quick to be like, hey, in the Bible, they have multiple wives and this, that, and the third. We're not put here in for just one
No.
person. We are here to have multiple people love us and all these things. But I'm like, you don't even have the emotional intelligence, the emotional capacity, the empathy, the respect, or the communication skills to entertain more than one person. You can't even do those things for yourself. If you
You can't
ask
even do
a
it with your
man,
one person.
yeah, but even before you outwardly try to display those skills for someone else, you can't even do it for yourself. You can ask a man right now, how do you feel? I bet you he can't tell you how he feels. Like you're not in tune with emotions at all, but you have the right to say, like, I can take care of all of these other people emotionally because we're not meant to just have one person. And men think that
Hmm.
it's just about money. It's not about money. I need security. I need support. I need safety. I need protection. I need loyalty. I need commitment. It has nothing to do with your pockets. It has everything to do with what you can provide me emotionally. You don't have
Right.
the
I
capacity
agree.
to do that to other women.
I agree.
Your
I
money cannot
totally
buy
agree with that.
security. I don't understand. Ugh.
Am I going? I know we're doing. Am I going in and out? You see me going
You
in and
just
out.
did just that one time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just. Are we doing questions now?
We gonna move on. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. What an experience teacher. No, I think we actually touched on all of those. So yeah, no, we can get into some. So we asked social media if it
Yeah.
was cheating if you're not technically married, and we're gonna get into some of the responses that we got. Thank y'all for even responding, but yeah, let's talk about
Yeah. Yeah. I seen one guy. He said, "Hold on. What did he? Where did I just see that at? Huh."
it. Are we looking at Facebook or what?
Yeah, I'm looking at your Facebook because you said,
Okay.
is it cheating if you're not married? Because you have a few comments on here.
Mhm.
So I see that. Okay. So the question that you asked, you say, is it cheating if you're not married? We got some that said, no, you're just a lying piece of shit.
Period.
A guy said, yes, if you're in a committed relationship, I totally agree. And one person said, is it murder if I accidentally shoot you?
No, for real. Shout out to
And it's
Lucretia. She put
and,
that.
oh, right. And this man, he said, if you're not married, you're single. BS. He cheat. He cheat. If he ain't married, he a cheater. So
Yeah,
let's just
exactly.
say that. Because if you're in a committed relationship, you shouldn't be seeing other women. One person said, yes, God has a lid for every pot. If you're wearing someone else's lid, someone may be wearing yours. Be still and know.
Yes. Love her.
And someone said, well, they said you are single until you're married. Okay, we don't care what they said.
No, we
So
don't. And then
we
Zaire,
don't care
I'm
what they
saying
said.
names. He said, technically, no. We're
I
not
was
talking
going to say
about
this. people's name.
We're not talking about technicalities. We are talking about the matters of the heart. We're talking about two
Hmm.
people coming together saying, I love you, you love me, we are doing this together. Like, why are we being technical in regards to a commitment? There's no technicalities other than the fact that y'all are in this together.
And it's not okay.
No, no shade to him because I know him personally and I know that he's a great guy. But
Okay, well, next
yeah,
time you don't say that. No,
no, I'm
I'm
saying
just
everybody
joking.
name.
No, I'm saying him. Well, I
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
saying
yeah.
people's name. I wasn't gonna say people's name. Um, and then someone said, okay, I just don't understand the purpose of it all. Like how much energy you're putting into one relationship to go hunch on someone else, which also requires energy. I don't have the time nor the energy for that. It's exhausting just thinking about it. I agree.
Shout out to
Because if
Ashley.
you got to make sure home is okay, then you going out and
Yes.
cheat with somebody else. You got to make sure they good because if you continue to cheat with somebody, you gotta so they won't say nothing. It should be too much, especially if you work, but I always been told people make time for what they want to make time for. So even if a man say, I don't got time, oh, you that car, you pull those seats back and you do what you need to do. So yeah, you do have the time. If
Maybe
like I said, if we come to you about it, your ass is you done it and we're asking you, so we want you to tell us because we already know. Ugly. No, I'm just that
so
it's just why. Go ahead.
so my homeboy Robert said, let me see, hold on. I feel like I feel like you make a commitment to a woman, then you're not if you make a commitment to a woman, you're not single unless you tell her the rules and she agrees. So the reason why I like his response is I am being forthcoming with you and I'm letting you know what I think about cheating. And if you agree to what I feel cheating is, then okay, we don't have nothing to talk about. But
Right.
if you are not forthcoming with a woman and letting her know what you think cheating is, then you are misleading this woman to think that she has a faithful man when she's really dealing with a nigga who's out in the streets. Like it's not
Hmm.
okay.
It's not. It's
It's
not.
not okay. It's a
Let me tell
common
you.
courtesy. It's a respect thing.
Once we agree that we're gonna be exclusive, everything else is out the door. I don't want to know what you did in your past. Everything after me, I don't give a shit about. I'm focused on what. I don't care if you said we're gonna be exclusive today, and 2 days ago you slept with Tracy. Again, I don't know who the hell Tracy is. I know some Tracy, but I ain't talking about no Tracy I know. But I don't give a damn. You slept with Tracy 2 days ago. If you come to me today and say we are exclusive, I expect you to be exclusive with me. I don't give a damn what you did with Tracy 2 days ago.
But they really don't feel that way. So back to the
Mm-mm.
story about me and my ex. I'm telling you, hey, I appreciate your honesty and I'm gonna let you do your process how you want to do it. It's not technically cheating because we don't have a title, but you're letting me know up front that you're dealing with multiple women. You gave me the option to say yes or no. Okay, I respect that. But the moment that I say, hey, I don't I respect your process, but I'm gonna go do my thing now, and you like, oh no, we're exclusive now, and it's just us, then why is it okay for you? It's not okay for me. I don't understand. Like you know what it means, but you just don't want the woman doing that to you. And you as the man feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Right. And that's never okay. Because we do have feelings, especially if we went into something like me. If somebody tell me, like if I meet someone, no matter how I met them, and if you tell me like, okay, I want to get to know you, I'm gonna be all in with you. But at the same time, I don't want it to never be one sided. I don't want it never feel like it's just me trying to make things work.
Yeah.
But if you're not into me, let me know that. That way I will give you your time, whatever you need, but believe me, it'll be deuces and I'm gone. So you don't get to fuck up with me and expect me that I'm gonna be there waiting and waiting till you decide what you want to do. Like I said earlier, I'll make the decision for you. If you're talking to more than one people, you think I'm gonna be in that mix, I no, I'll pick for you. Bye. Because I never want to be nobody's second choice, third choice. No, because if you didn't like me from that moment when we started talking and we had that phone conversation, then you don't like me at all.
Yeah.
So you pick out of those other people, and I'll leave you be.
I believe it when a lot of men say that a man knows what he wants within the weeks, literally weeks of dealing
Hmm.
with a woman on a consistent basis.
I
So
agree. I agree with
a
that.
woman, we also know what we want and we can see what we want. The only thing that we have on a man is the fact that we look at potential. Men don't necessarily look at potential.
I do.
They
I'm
look
like,
at
if
what
he
they can
go,
deal with right now. They don't think about the future. We look at what we're dealing with right
hmm
now and we
I
we
sure
figure
do.
out how to make it work in the future.
Cause
That's
I'll be
the
like, shit, is he gonna have me working for the rest of my life?
no,
I'm like, at
but
least
my
I want
thing
to
is
go. At
like
least I want to work part time.
we have to take this into a different conversation because my biggest thing, like you said it on the very last episode, is like dealing with a man who has female friends. I want
Were
us
we
to
gonna
do
make that
that
the next
next.
episode? You want to do
Yes.
that? Okay. So
So
we'll
our
do
very
that next
next
episode.
episode will be the audacity of men having female friends. And we can switch it
I
up
like
and
that.
say, you know, every,
Even for a woman, we just even for a woman that has a male friend. So
people
we
in
want,
relationships having outside close friendships, right?
yeah,
We can do that, but we have to have that be the next episode because that just resonates so much with a lot of the downfall of some of these relationships,
hmm
and men don't realize that. I don't think a lot of women, delusional women, may not realize it either, but I think men in general just don't get what that does to a relationship.
and it's hurtful. But we'll get into that next time. But
Yes,
this wine, I need to. I still have something to go do. Then one,
girl.
I'm done. But this was a good talk, and just man, be mindful. Like we have feelings, especially if you got a good one, and she's that that bitch. You need to keep her. Shit, don't forget those other women. So if you got somebody that's loyal and honest and treats you like you should, and she wants that commitment, do it because you want to. Don't do it because we tell you that. Just do it because you feel like that's right and you want to be there.
Absolutely. But I want to touch base on there was a question in here where we asked, do we feel like social media plays a part in the foolishness that goes along with that saying of is it cheating if you're not married? I feel like personally, a person who lives their life with no boundaries and no respect for anybody else and they're selfish and they only focus on themselves and they make a post and say it's not cheating if you're not married, they're letting people know like this is who I am and this is how I
Hmm.
feel. But where it becomes a problem is when you have other dumb ass people who don't respect boundaries, who don't have respect for nobody else and they're selfish, who says, "Hey, I agree with that saying." Then you have a bunch of dumbass people on your timeline who come together and they think that that's normal. They think that that's okay when it's
It's
not
not.
okay. You just got a bunch of dumbasses who agree with the same topic. It doesn't make it okay.
And
Like,
and they don't even have a rhyme or reason to why they agreeing. They're just agreeing. Like if you're gonna agree with something, come with some facts. Why do you agree with that? Come with
yes,
some damn facts. Like I think we've covered facts on everything that we've said. So come with some facts. Don't just say you agree with something because somebody said it because you didn't have the balls to say it the first time. So somebody else said it and you're riding their coattail. Like, no. You need to be, just if you're not ready to be in a committed relationship, that is okay.
just say that.
Just okay. Just
But
tell if
do
you
not get
you
out
will get a
here,
lot more being upfront with a woman saying, "Oh, I just want to sleep with you." She probably will. Shit, just tell her.
literally, literally. Not
Like,
me,
come on,
but somebody
right,
will.
right. I'm just somebody might will. Just if you have transparency, will get you a long way.
It
Okay.
will. I can respect a man who tells me that he's not shit up front versus me thinking that he is the shit and I find out he's not any shit later on.
Just tell them to go watch Love on the Spectrum. Just take notes from them. That's all I got to tell you. Just
Because a
go
lot
take
of these
notes from
men is
them.
on the spectrum and they ain't got checked out.
No, they're not even. They not. They can't even be on the spectrum because the people that's on the spectrum, they shutting it down. Even the people on Down for Love, they got one with the Down syndrome people. I watched that one too. I don't give a damn. I watch all the shows. I don't give a damn if they blind for love. I don't
Because
give a shit. I'm
everybody
watching
deserves
all the love
love.
shows. Everybody deserves love.
Everybody.
Everybody do. But I think we're good. We're good.
I do too. Thank
This
y'all
was
for
a good
tuning in.
conversation. Yeah, and we love you and appreciate people. Don't forget to like our Facebook page. Don't forget
Subscribe.
to subscribe to YouTube. If it's something that you feel like we need to talk about or you want, just reach out and let us know. And thank you for all the love and support. Bye.
Yeah, until next time, peace out.